I am here today. I'm going to show you Navajo. This guy, he's a beauty. Where do you see how big he got? You know, time flies. I mean, it was 4.5 years ago that I found him and his litter and his mother and his aunt and their litter. Anyway, he was actually born here. She was pregnant. And she gave birth like 3 days later. She had a whole bunch of puppies. And they're all German Shepherd mixes. Believe it or not, both moms are German Shepherds. And the sisters were abandoned together, both pregnant. One actually had the litter, and they were a few weeks old when I found them. And then we've got the rest were born here. And we had them all together till they get big. You have to separate them when they get big. They get kind of grouchy. And a Navajo was in with somebody else, and they got it over food or something one day, or a treat. They got in a little fight, and Navajo got his wrist crunched. So we had to have orthopedic surgery. Then he had to heal, and then we had to not have anything happen to him for months and months, so we had to keep him isolated. So he was in a smaller yard, and then he's finally well enough to release, so we put him in here just recently. So he's in this beautiful big yard. He loves it. He's crazy about it. So I'm going to introduce you to him and then tell you the story of how we found him. There's the boy. There's the boy. Zulu, I got a treat for you. I got a treat for you. Now I'm going to have to give treats to everybody. But first, I'm going to give the absolute... I'm going to give the neighbors their treats. Zulu, my boy. Oh, Zulu, my good boy. Zulu's in an earlier video. You can see Zulu a few months back. Belgian Malinois Zulu. And Ben. Whoop. There you go. There you go. Milo's kids. Milo's kids. One for you, one for you. And there's another one over there. Whoop. Believe me, I still got it. I got all this junk in my pocket. It's hard to do. Here you go. Here. Come on. He thinks I'm throwing it at him. Come on. Every now and then you get one that's just afraid of everything. Hey, Ben. Zulu. Now, I saved you for last. You know why? Because you're the star of the day. We're going to see Navajo. Hey, Navajo. Hey, Navajo. Oh, Navajo. Where's my boy? Come here. Look at this guy. Get, where'd you go? He's afraid of the camera. Where's Navajo? It's cold. Come here, Navajo. And I got all this stuff in my pockets. You know what I have in my pocket? I have bottled water. I have cameras. I have 2 cameras, one on each side. Okay. Navajo. Come here, Navajo. Here. Come here. Yeah. He's all over me, but he's afraid of the camera. Come here. Come on. Navajo, what's the matter? Come here. You know what? He just got in this yard a few days ago, and so he's still getting used to the surroundings and his neighbors, and everything's kind of new, so he's a little bit off. In his other yard, I mean, he's all over us. He's all over camera, too. He's all over Navajo. Gonna eat and run? You're gonna eat and run? He swallowed that whole. You swallowed that whole. Come here, come here. Oh boy. Okay. Where's my boy? Navajo, come here. Come here, puppy. Here's a little guy. He was born here. I've been holding him since he was that big. He's about 4.5 years old. Man, time flies. That's the wickedest thing. I was just looking at the chart and saying, he's going to be 5 in June. Are you kidding me? 5? Well, how this happened was we have a piece of property, kind of deserty. Made a movie there back in 96. Anyway, the property, I protected it, and I protected the land next to it. What was the name of the Indian tribe? Well, anyway, there's a tribe out here, and they lived, and they had a lookout up on the hill, and they watched the whole settlement from up on the lookout. And they had ovens, and they had places they made grain, you know, into flour and stuff. And they had all this stuff. And we were shooting a movie years ago on this property that we happen to own. We had two girls from, I think they were from the tribe in Arizona. Well, anyway, they were telling me that they can't show me everything because the spirits are here. And she says, you have about 20 ovens, and you have, whoa, and I'm looking around, there's 10 acres, where's the oven? She said, I can't really tell you because they don't want it to be known because people will, you know, violate the property, and I made sure nobody does. This was the village down here, from like where the freeway is over there. You can see how flat the land is. They have houses on it now. It's all flat. And it goes down, down, down to the base of that mountain where there's an ancient river. This is how deep the river was. It came off our property here. It came down here, crossed what is now the road. It crosses underneath that road. They put a culvert in there. And it keeps going downhill. It's a pretty mighty stream. And the Indians called it healing water. And so the village, the Indian village was there. And up here, they did other chores and they watched the village. They had a lookout. And then, of course, going up this other piece of property, this is more of the lookout. You can see some outcroppings up there. And I was told there are ovens all over here. But I can't even find the grinding stone anymore. How am I going to find an oven? So we have this volcanic rock. We're in volcanoes in the ancient days out here. We're in volcanic rock, and you can see where they made their arrow tips, you know, going like that in the rock. There's a lot of rocks with holes in them like that for sharpening the arrowheads, the actual tips of the wood that they would sharpen. There are arrowheads here too. Because it was all that, it was all ancient and it was whatever. Whenever anybody built out in the area, UCLA would have to come out and do an archaeological survey of the property before they could dig, because it was relics. There's a lot of arrowheads and other things. So anyway, on this site over the hill, there's a cottage and stuff, and underneath the cottage is a cellar, sort of a 3 or 4 foot crawl space. And somebody, probably knowing it was us, knowing that we really owned the property, they dumped a couple of pregnant German shepherds there who moved in and lived underneath the house. So once we knew they were under there, we started feeding, and the next thing was to get a skinny guy to go underneath the house, and we got one. One of our guys was put on a jumpsuit and went underneath the house and cottage, whatever. And he said, there's 2 shepherds here, and one of them is kind of growling, you know, and she has a litter of puppies. And there's another one, and she looks pregnant. So One at a time, he loaded up the puppies in a jacket, and he dragged them out for us. So we put them in the van. We had a whole litter of puppies. And then Mom came out, and we pretty much got her to go in with the puppies. We put a puppy in a trap and put the other puppies behind the trap, and then she went in and we got her. The second one was pregnant. She was a little harder to get, but believe it or not, he put a leash on her, and he, underneath the house, he kind of, led her out, and then she bolted and ran into the van. So we had her here. We put them in 2 yards next to each other. She had her whole litter of puppies. And then a little bit later, a few days, the second one dropped another litter. And that was this guy. He was in the litter. He's a little guy, little tiny. Look at the size of this guy. You got to see him jump on me. He's huge. Come here, Navajo. Come here, Navajo. Come here, baby. Anyway, little tiny guy, and now, so we have to come up with names. And we have a friend that, one of my helpers at the satellite, she actually runs it. She gets the dictionary of names, and when we have a bunch come in at once, she goes through a letter of the alphabet, and we get, the last batch we had all begin with the letter N. We got Naomi, and you go through the list. They're all N's. So why does all these dogs have N's? Well, that's her answer. Mine, I try to come up with something so years from now, like today, I remembered the story. So, Navajo. I figured this whole property had various tribes on it, and I said, since we don't really know who built the property, because there's an ancient road that they built into it's incredible. So when we kept the ancient roads so that nobody would ever hurt it, and I said we've got to name these litters after tribes. So we've got Paiute, Apache, Navajo, of course, and just on and on. I can't even remember them. We got all the dogs are big now, and they're all named after a different tribe. Not that we associated any. We didn't know their personalities back then. We just gave them names. So Navajo is, as soon as I hear that name, he's one of the puppies. Look at the size of him today. So that's our Navajo. Where is he? Come on, Navajo. Remember, he was all over me the other day. I went in to see him. I hadn't seen him in a while. I went in to see him, and he was just licking me and jumping on me. And I said, "Oh boy, I got to put him on a video and show everybody." Navajo, come here, come here, come here. Come on, Navajo. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Come on. Come here. There you go. There you go. I'll keep doing that. I'll keep doing that. Come here. Come here, Navajo. Come here. Come here. There you go. Give them little pieces. Come here. Come here, Navajo. And he wants to see a bigger one. Come on, Navajo. Come on. There you go. He's a good boy. Come here. Come on. You know, somebody has a show on YouTube. Come here. There you go. Here you go. Come on. Come on. Somebody has a show where he goes in and he goes into a shelter where they try to adopt dogs. Problem is, people in America, on average, keep their dogs 2.5 years. So you got to say, you know, after all that work trying to get these poor dogs adopted, most of them are not going to stick. But at any rate, he has a show where he sits with the dogs they'll never get adopted because they won't come to the front. They're always in the corner hiding. And he spends about an hour with them, and he befriends them, gets them to take a treat. I imagine he works with them after that. I like what he does. He gets them out of their shell, at least to him. The only thing is it takes a lot more work than that. And then I wrote a book on adoption. I made a movie with celebrities on adoption. And there's no other book out there on it. And the fact is, I learned the hard way that doesn't really work long term. Even the best people, that doesn't work long term on average. And then I found out that the average in America is 2.5 years. And that was 30 years ago, so today it's probably a year. I mean, people get in an economic crisis. Or, you know, the other thing is people coming in from all over the world. There's a jet. People coming in from all over the world, crossing the border illegally. There you go. Whoop. And their cultures are not dog friendly. So people think they're adopting dogs to people who are going to keep them forever, and they don't. That's even worse now. There you go, honey. Anyway, this guy, Rocky, that's his name, Rocky. He sits with the dogs, and he's got a lot of following, watching him sit with dogs that are terrorized, and he brings them around, and he gets them to, at least for the time he's on camera, he gets them to come up to him. And then you notice one thing about them all. They all want to be held, they want to be hugged, they want to be loved. That's all. Now, I don't know what happens after that. His job is not to find homes. His job is to get them, familiar with people, enough that maybe they'll get a home. But they all want one thing. They all want to be loved. That's it. This guy's known he was loved from the time he was born. The staff here, you imagine a staff, they're used to us, they're used to working here, but I mean, you imagine a staff like anybody else. If you go to the mall and you see puppies, which they shouldn't be pet shops, that's another story, but when you go see puppies, everybody goes, oh, look at the puppy, and the kids go nuts. The people that work here become children when there's puppies. Oh, they can't wait to touch them or to play with them, and as they're growing, so all they know is love. This guy's afraid of the camera right now. That's what's going on. Come here. Come here. Have another one. Come here. Come here. It's just all too new. Come here. Look at my boy. Look at my boy. Look at my boy. I want the people. Come here. Come here. I want the audience to see the scale, to see how big he is. This is my hand, and that's his head. It's like twice the size of my hand. Zulu. Look at this boy. Come here. You want another one? Here, here, here. Come here. Come here. Come here. There you go. Now he's very gentle. I put my hand is in his mouth when he takes the treat. There he goes. There he goes. Anyway, that's our boy. Now I have to go give treats to everybody else. I'll give you a few more. Here. On this side, come here. Yeah, the good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. One more? One more? Come here. Come here. There's some metal squeaking somewhere on another property, and he thought it was a dog screaming. He got all shook up. Come here. Navajo. Navajo. There you go. One more, then I have to go see my boy Zulu. I have to go see Zulu. There you go. Okay. Zulu. I've got to go see my boy Zulu. Winter's coming. This is February. The rest of the country's going, you poor spoiled bastards. It's February. We're in snow up to here. Look at you guys all waiting. You all waiting? Okay. It's treat day. You all gonna get treats? Come here. Come here, Zulu. Come here, my boy. Come here, my boy. Look at my boy. No. He's watching me with Navajo, and look at him. He's sniffing Navajo. You go at him. There you go, Zulu. He said, "You're cheating on me. You're cheating on me." Hey, Ben. There you go, Ben. There you go, Ben. Zulu. 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 You're my boy. Yeah. You're my good boy. There you go. There you go. Go see the others. Didn't I just give you one? Didn't I just give you one? Milo's kids. Milo's kids. Milo's kids. Hey, puppies. My babies. We just did a show on them, remember? Milo's kids. Oh, that was dumb. Good shot. Good shot. Here you go. And Milo. Oh, Milo eats the whole thing. I'm gonna give you half. I'm gonna give you another half. Look at him take the whole thing. Amber. Amber. We have to go see Amber. Everybody loves Amber. The whole world loves Amber. Come on, Amber. Come on, honey. Twister. Here you go, Amber. The whole world loves Amber. The channel is very new, but Amber is a runaway. We're trying to figure why is Amber such a runaway. Everybody loves Amber. Everybody loves Amber. Yes. Okay. Okay, I got more to give.